Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. In the last episode, we did pretty much half all the Gummi Missions, but I had to split it up into 2 videos because it took that long. I mean, we had the level grinding to get level 100 with all the trophies and stuff, buy the rest of the equipment, and a little bit of trouble with the Wonderland Mission. But near the end of this episode, we will sort that out, as well as a few other things, while we wrap up the rest of these Gummi Missions. Speaking of which, I think when I do my little ship showcase thing, I'll probably use my personal file, because I've already got some of my ships built on that, so that'll probably be a lot better. But yeah, we did mission 3 on that. We actually did that. Basically, we had to do the same mission twice. We did all those at once. It's actually not so bad at all. Monstro doesn't have any missions, thank God. What about Alantica? That's keep all obstacles intact and obtain a high score 240 and higher. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that one. I really honestly don't think I'm going to do that, so I'm going to have to skip that one. Alantica, well, Wonderland we already know about. What about you? Lucky Blue, collect 20 or more power blocks. I think what I want to do is start from Wonderland and then try to head over to Halloween Town that way, and I might get lucky. And with the ship that I have right now, it should be good enough. So, oh wait, do I want Meteor-G? I might want to go back to my high wind. You know what? I'm going to go back to our high wind and we're going to go fly. That was very easy. The only thing that could ruin you there is if you don't have... Well, actually, you could probably do it without Osmos or Drain Gs, to be honest. But yeah, the true thing that could probably mess you up there is if Monstro actually shows up. And then you have to do the whole thing again, especially when you're that bloody close. That's the only problem. But that was pretty easy, actually. I'm surprised I didn't try that earlier. But yeah, keep moving and shooting. Destroy 220 more enemy ships without using the brakes. I don't think I used the brakes. So, as long as I don't actually tap the button, I should just be able to do the same mission twice. Because my laser just bounces everywhere. Yep! So, I'm just going to literally do that entire mission again from Wonderland, and I'll see you guys in a bit. I don't even need to show you actually doing it, because it's going to be exactly the same. So, I'll see you guys in a moment. Oh, thank God! Yeah. I have not tapped both accelerate or decelerate at all. I've just been shooting and popping off my lasers and just focusing on hitting the enemies more than the blue meteorites, and I've already got 280, so I've done this. You know what, I'm just going to bloody boost it now. I don't need to decelerate, I've made it. There we are, did it. Bloody easy. It was literally the exact same mission if you could have the correct build. What the hell? That was a waste. That was so easy. Wow. Okay, 2 easy missions at once. What's the final one? Sail from Neverland with only Meteor-G as a weapon. Obtain a score of 550 or higher. Okay. So if I just go for the Serpent again, but swap all Comet Gs for Meteor-Gs, I should be fine. Oh, I only have 6. Oh, okay. Well, that's good enough then. I changed all the Comet Gs to Meteor-Gs, but I could only put 6 in, so I put in some Osmos Gs so I can grab the items around me, so that when I kill enemies, I can rack up the points. Oh, only barely. Did that just say Shion? Or was that Iceon? I didn't read that right. But that is now Halloween Town complete. Wow, we're getting there. It's just you. It's just you I can't do. Where is that last block that I need. Alright, so what we got for Neverland? That was done already. That one, I just do not think I'm going to be able to do. I could give it a whack, but considering that obstacles are like your secondary method on getting points, and the purple panels are so easy to destroy, especially if you have like lasers to try and kill the strongest enemies, which they're probably going to have en route. You probably just want to main with Meteor-Gs, but it's just ridiculous. I just don't see that to be doable. So I'm just not going to be able to do that one. So what we got? Hollow Bastion. Hollow Bastion's got levels. Sail from Neverland with only Ultima-G as a weapon. Destroy 130 or more enemy ships. That sounds doable. So I'll just tweak Serpent again to have just Ultima-Gs. What's End of the World got? Survival of the fittest. 2 or fewer Gummi Blocks. Well, it can't be fewer because you need a cockpit and an engine to move. So that's literally all we can have. Arrive without taking any damage or using the brakes. So you just literally just gotta dodge. That's literally it. So, and that's just mission 1. Oh boy. Well, let me walk back to Neverland and tailor a ship for Hollow Bastion. Ultima-Gs only, eh? 130 ships? That can be done. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken all the Meteor-Gs off and replaced them for all 4 Ultima-Gs. I only have 4. And I've put 2 Asunas at the back, 2 Asunas at the front. Got a HASTE2-G, and that's pretty much it. That was surprisingly easy. I just had to brake and just mash the triangle button effectively. I was trying to be sparing to not use too much power, but I didn't need to since that was a thing. So collect all the items. Obtain a score of 1,600 or higher. Nani? Obtain a score of 1,600 or higher. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta go through the warp. Right. Right, so where do I want to go from then? Traverse Town or I'll probably go... no, I have to go... No, I'll go from Olympus Coliseum and I'll go round. Because that seems to be quite good. So, yeah, I think I know how I can do this. Plus, I need to tweak a ship. So we're going to go from Olympus Coliseum, but I need to tweak a ship. Okay, what I did is I took my +1, just moved the 2 back Asunas to the back of the cockpit and stuck the 2 Osmos-Gs there so that we can shoot everything and we can grab all the items. Okay, I didn't actually win. So what I've done is I've taken 2 of my Thundiger-Gs off, my 2 heavy cannons, and I put 2 additional Ultima-Gs in there, which are my biggest lasers. Holy crap, I only just barely made it. 1,609. I didn't even know what I got. Did I get a wheel G? I wasn't even looking. I just saw the pink. I just saw my score at 1,600 and I was just like, holy crap, I just barely made it. Wow. That is a difficult one. You need to break those red panels. But if you don't have any laser power, you can't... If you don't have any power, you can't use your lasers, and that means you can't use osmos. So you can't draw things in. That is really difficult. I did it, though. Only 2 tries, but I did it. Alright, use HASTE2-G 10 or more times without taking damage. Use of shield or shield 2G is prohibited. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that one. Nah. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that one. Let's move on to the last one then. Get as many done as possible, as I said before. Survival with the fittest. Use 2 or fewer Gummi Blocks. Well, I guess we all know what ship this is going to be. So I'm going to skip Gummi Garage. All we need is a cockpit and an engine. That's all we can equip, because you need a cockpit to fly, you need an engine to fly, you have to have 2 or less Gummi Blocks. Those are the only Gummi Blocks you can use. It's literally just a cockpit and that, and we can't take any damage or use the brakes. So let me just put a cockpit and an engine together, keep it small and concise, let's go. Jesus Christ! That was a tight squeeze! What do you expect me to do, game? Well, I nailed that first freaking try! What the hell? I got shoes! What? I got shoes! Okay. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Defeat Omega. Use 5 or fewer Gummi Blocks and obtain a score of 350 or higher. Oh, we haven't actually got a score yet because we never actually did it. 5 or fewer Gummi Blocks. Well, that's the cockpit. That's an engine. That only leaves room for, like, what? 3 lasers? But I can only run on lasers, and once I'm out, that's it. Okay, I guess I'll give it a go. I'll build on top of what I just made because I can only use 5 blocks, but I doubt I'm going to be able to get past this one. But this is probably going to be the last one. Like I said, I can't do them all if I'm missing a haste 2, and I don't know where it is because I have scoured all of the levels inside and out, even during grinding, like just to see if I missed any chests when I was going back for materials and whatnot. There is nothing. I can't find anything. So, I mean, I have 224 chests logged in my notes, because I've been still counting the chests after playing, and some people say that there are 230 chests in the game, so I'm missing 6 somewhere, but I don't know where. But anyway, let's not put it off any longer. Let's get this one done. Okay, it was tough to decide what I wanted to do. Have all 3 Ultimas as my 3 additional blocks, have one be a normal cannon so I could just shoot forward, or an Osmos-G in order to actually get the points needed. The problem is we're running solely on power. We've only got 8 blocks and there's not that many big meteorites around, so I don't know how this is going to go. It probably just going to be luck of the draw on what the lasers target and what they actually hit, because once they lock on and hit something, they bounce around wildly. So, but these ones do get the most use out of it, because the Meteor-Gs just cleave through enemies and go straight on, and maybe curve a tad, but that's it. So, if I can't do this one, this is the final one. I may even have commentary over this one. Okay, I'm not entirely too sure how it's going to go down. Do I just wait for the biggest mobs and that's it? That didn't hit anything. What the heck? Okay. That didn't work out as well as my god, this is terrible. I'm almost dead already. Yeah, I don't think this is doable. I could try and spam, but I don't know what good that will do me. I'm only at 44. I need 350 or more. This don't look good. On an average for 1 power. I mean, I need the Osmos-G, and I need the best weapons possible, and these are the best weapons. They're not hitting anything! Wow! This is a great start. I'm just trying to spam them now. They're just not destroying anything. I need a cannon, but I also need the lasers to do multiple damage to enemies. Yeah, I can't do that. That's not happening. That is not happening. I need to figure out what the best... How are you supposed to do that with 5 blocks? I know you're able to do so, but do I really want to try? Because I still I don't even have the required blocks to do Wonderland. This is what's killing it for me right now. So I'm going to have to leave it here. I mean, I did say I'm not going to be able to get everything all at once anyway. It's not 100% by any means. But we got as close as I could possibly get. And it pretty much shows like how creative you can get with your ships. So, yeah. I think I'm going to end off here. I mean, for one thing, I'm like 2.5 hours into this. After a 2.5 hour grind. So, that's like 5 minutes for this one episode alone. And it's probably going to have to be split up into multiple. So, I apologise for that. But that's how long it actually took me to get this far. And, yeah, so, can we, like, overview? How do we overview? There we go. So, yeah, the red hidden Mickeys are the ones that we've completed. And the blue ones tell us what mission that we're actually on.
The next day.
I never jumped into this bubble. Look what's over there. A chest. Funny thing though, it's not actually the haste or HASTE2-Gs that I've been after. I'm actually maxed out because I've got them all. I was asking for help and I was given access to a couple of game facts as well as just information in general, saying that they're located in Hollow Bastion and Agrabah. Searching the whole of the areas because we couldn't pin down the location. I found that chest down there, and that's the only chest that I know that I have missed so far. So that's why I've come back to pick it up on screen. But other than that, I've got every HASTE2-G, and that is with both my research and what other people have found for me because I asked for it. So that does mean that I actually messed up. The reason why I went straight to just looking for the blocks was because of that, but it is in fact doable by just using 1 to 4 and just dashing as many times as need be, because I'm pretty much, it means use them 5 or more times. It's just not worded in that way, which is why a lot of people, and this is true by the way when I say that, some people are confused, like I can't make up to 5 haste and HASTE2-Gs to put on my ship and use all at once, because it's the way it's worded is the problem. But thankfully we have HASTE2-G on our high wind, and it's a very easy route to go for. All we need to do is arrive there. So you know what? I'm just going to go to Traverse Town, go to Wonderland with the high wind. See you guys in a bit. And there we go, super simple. Why did I not think about doing that before? I mean, I guess it's because I went from Agrabah to Wonderland, so I had enough time to do the boost. But if you just break immediately after doing a boost, no matter what engine you're using, you'll get there very quickly. So now we can actually do mission 3, which is actually a lot easier in terms of how it was worded and not cause confusion. Just collect 40 or more Gummi Blocks. If I do the exact same mission again with high wind, and just shoot enemies and use my Osmos-G when needed, I'm just going to get all the items. So, back to Traverse Town we go, and then back to Wonderland. I didn't feel like I needed to show that off, because we pretty much had enough Gummi Blocks before we unlocked the mission. So we pretty much did 2 missions at once. That would have been nice if we could give us both achievements, but there we go. So that's a problem. But finally we got this place complete. I'm the moron here, so let's not blame the game for that one. I will blame the game for how it's been written, but not because of what it actually was. So, other ones that we're missing. Alantica. Keep all obstacles intact and obtain a score of 240 or higher. So I can't shoot any of the rocks. So what I really would need is just Thunder Gs. Just cannons shooting forward. And just be careful on how I shoot. So saying that, I think our Dreadnought is going to be good to go. But where do I want to start? I think I might want to start at Olympus Coliseum to play it safe. Holy crap, that took a couple of tries. More than a couple of tries. Most of the time I could barely get out of the warp hole, because the warp hole where all those asteroids are is the main problem for this mission. But as soon as I got out of there, I realised that I had enough points so I could just go through without firing a shot. But I had to fire a couple of times because enemies were getting in the way, and I only have a limited amount of health. I don't actually think I have the best cockpit on there, which there's no problem putting on, so I don't know why I did that. I might have to do that at some point. But got past that one. Now we can actually see what the final mission is. Avoid all items and obtain a score of 260 or higher. Oh my lord, that means I have to avoid the... That means if I destroy obstacles, I can't go where the obstacles were because the items will be in the way. So I might as well just avoid shooting obstacles again, but that means that I've got to just fight it. I've got to only shoot enemies. I mean, I shot 174, but that was while I was collecting Gummi Blocks. How the hell am I going to take out 260 enemies only? That don't seem possible. That means I pretty much can't shoot anything, including enemies, because they themselves are going to cause an obstacle that will be a pickup, which will ruin it. No wonder that's a mission 3 maximum difficulty. Jesus Christ. I'll give it a go, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I need a small ship so I don't drag stuff in by accident. I mean, I would have to probably go back to Olympus Coliseum in order to get enough shots in, but at the same time I don't want to do that. But if I go from Neverland, there's going to be too many meteorites in the way, and they're going to drop stuff. So, considering how much trouble I just had doing that one mission, I don't really want to do that mission. Despite me saying otherwise, at least I got past what I thought was harder, but this is definitely harder. The other one said, because you can't grab power, armor, shields, and special, because you can't destroy obstacles, your only other source of points is Gummi Blocks. They're effectively saying you can't have those either. And other than obstacles, Gummi Blocks are your secondary method of points. It's enemy ships, obstacles, and Gummi Blocks. You're basically telling me to go solely by enemies and not pick up their drops. And when they swarm and close in on you, that's kind of difficult because the items are everywhere and you will touch one of them. That seems impossible. Alright, I'll give it a go. Let me see what I can do. Alright, I'm going to try the Alexander -1 that I have here, the smaller one with the extra arrow. It's basically because it's a smaller variation and all it does is shoot forward. So I can shoot enemies ahead of me and maybe pop off a couple of lasers to destroy any that are off screen, or possibly that just went behind me. But that could be a thing.
Moments later.
Alright, change of plans. Now I've edited my Serpent, took off all the Comet Gs and basically just put on, well, Comet Gs, all the lasers basically, and just put on a bunch of the bi-directional shots, you know, the diagonal shot lots. I think they're called the Thunder Gs. Basically, I've just got 4 facing forward for the damage, but they're not going to be shooting forward, they're going to be shooting to the side of me, and I've got 2 shooting diagonal from the bottom, and then I've got 2 inverted ones on the bottom, basically just flipped a tad, so they shoot up and down instead of left and right. So we'll see how this goes.
A few minutes later.
Okay. About 15 minutes in now. I'm going with this ship. I'm going with our High Wind. It's not edited at all, but it's balanced. It's got shots everywhere, and I should be able to avoid things pretty well.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
It's been 25 minutes, and seriously, trying to weave through all the enemies to get them all bunched up is bad enough, and then trying to get away, or trying to shoot them when they pass by behind. It's ridiculous. I mean, I guess I could have used a radar G, but the problem is, if a Gummi Block or item is even near your proximity, it's going to get drawn into you if it's like right next to you. So you still have a bit of a treasure magnet effect without using Drain or Osmos, and I was never touching my right analog stick. This I cannot do. I just cannot do it. It is driving me nuts. So we're going to leave that. We're going to leave it. At least we're closer than what we were before with this bloody bunch of missions that were easy as hell. We're going to go to Hollow Bastion and chill out by doing this one. Use HASTE2-G 10 or more times. See, that's a better way on wording it. And we do not need to worry about our weapons. We can kill everything. What we've got to worry about is that we cannot use a shield and we cannot take damage. So as long as we've got decent weaponry and we can time our dashes pretty fine, that'll be perfect. There's two ways we can do this. Go through the longest shortcut from either Traverse Town or Olympus Coliseum, which, considering that we don't want to take any damage, seems pretty ludicrous. But then again, if we take Neverland or the End of the World, they're quite short routes. Neverland being the longest of the two, not counting the longest shortcut. And we need to boost 10 times with a HASTE2-G. Okay, the no-guard ship that we have, I just basically took off the shield 2G and put in a HASTE2-G instead. Okay, that took a few tries, mostly because of the asteroid section at the start and that final wall. If you don't time that dash right next to the warp hole, that's going to be your major problem. Still, that took longer than I should have done. I will say that. So what's the final mission? Oh, it's done. Okay, that was the final mission. I'm a dummy. Right, so this is the one I couldn't do before. 5 or fewer Gummi Blocks. Obtain 350 or higher. Okay, so I've changed my nobody slightly, because remember, we have to have no more than 5 blocks. So we've got the cockpit, we've got the engine, and we've got our Osmos. Now, here's the thing. I changed the Ultima-Gs to the Meteor-Gs, because the Meteor-Gs cleave through things in a straight line instead of bouncing around. And the Ultima-Gs, when they bounce around, they don't seem to hit the enemies that often, especially if there's not a lot on screen. But this also means we've got limited ammo, because, once again, they're not cannons. So if I do struggle, I might go to just normal thunder cannons. We'll see how this goes. Damn it. Damn it. That was only 320. That was close, but I didn't get enough. I'm gonna say at the end of these 2 episodes, I'm sorry for not showing off any failed takes, but because these 2 videos have been going on long enough as it is, I can't really show them, but I did show that final one off because I came close. So what I've done is that I've actually put on 1 normal cannon on here, so that at least if I do run out of power, I can still shoot something. But if I can't get it, I can't get it. No! I'm so close! Dang it, I just need 7 more points. I gotta give it another go. 7 more points, are you serious? It's because I wasted all my shots on those damn stupid idiots. There we go! I just had to focus on shooting a few more meteorites and just tank a couple of hits if possible. Whew, that was ridiculous. But that extra cannon was needed. I had to remove a Meteor-G and put in a Thunder-G. I just needed some other form of attack other than relying solely on power, especially when I need to use the power to draw items in with the Osmos-G. Alright, what's the final mission for this world? Is that it? Is that it? Just obtain a score of 600 and higher. No restrictions whatsoever. Okay. Let's see what we can do. I think our Serpent +1 has served us very well. Got the Osmo-G, got the cannons, got the lasers, it's got the Asunas, it's got everything we need other than health. So I do need to slap on... Oh wait, no, hang on. Yeah, I need to slap on a shield gummy. Wow, that's actually more difficult than I thought it was. Holy crap. It's all that debris. That's the problem. It's so small and so durable. Is there a limit to how many weapons you can put on a ship? I might just have to make a Borg cube. Oh no, you can only put 10 weapons on at once. So I was using the maximum amount of weapons I could possibly use on the other thing. All I did was put on 1 extra cannon and remove 2 blocks. What do I do? Let's have a look at every special gummy block and blueprint that we got. So we got Caterpillar Gs. We didn't get the end piece, sadly, but we got the front piece as well as the middle piece. And yeah, they basically just look like tank tracks. Drill G. We got all the rock, paper, scissors wings. That's what the shoe is. It's literally just Mickey's shoe. Wow, that looks a little bit odd. It looks like an eggplant without the stem. Dark G. It's basically like a dark kind of wing. Angel wing. Horns, fangs, we already know about those, and the wheels. Oh, these are the blueprints. So these were most of the blueprints that we got at the end here. So how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43 out of 48. So we're missing 2 to the level 3 missions that we haven't beaten yet, and we're missing a couple elsewhere. We got all of Geppetto's and we got all of Pinocchio's. So now that we've counted them all, let's have a little actual look at what they are. That's why I got distracted. That looks like a bee. That's all I'm going to say. And the ones that are different coloured don't mean that they're extra ships, they're just paletted differently. That actually looks like the Summon Odin, because he's got that sword and he's riding on a beast. That actually works. You even got the chest plate, look at that. Golem. Oh, those were the dragons that kept swooping me. Fair enough. The Alexander, that came in handy. Yeah, those Omegas. I think I just... When did I get that? I don't remember getting that, to be honest. I must have actually spammed them on the way to, on the way to the end of the world the first time through. I must have picked that up, so that might have been a thing. Or if it was off screen or something, I'm not too sure. Cerberus, the 3-headed bike looking thing, to be perfectly honest with you. Tom Berry looks a little bit odd because it's all polygonal, and the knife looks a little bit janky looking because it's made of wings. The Iceon, I'm not too sure what that is, maybe a hover bike. Don't know what Gilgamesh is supposed to be. I know it's based off of a Final Fantasy summon, but still. And the Phoenix, which does look like a phoenix. Actually, it looks like a jellyfish flying towards you, but there we go. As simple as reaching 600 sounds, even I ran out of power trying to take care of some of those diamonds. We need to destroy some of those diamonds. I mean, I know for a fact we haven't got their blueprint. But there's also a few other blueprints that I haven't got, which I'll probably be able to just suss out via grinding. But even so, how do I get 600? Because even if I do dump everything onto 1 diamond, there's still like another 50 on the screen, and as well, all those little pieces of debris that are so small, so thin, and yet very durable, which also count toward the score. But that, avoid all items, that's just ridiculous, and that's asking for a score of 260. This is just saying go all out, no restrictions, just get 600 points or higher. So I think I'm going to end it off there. Like I said, I can't get every single thing. I have tried. I've tried every mission. We even got a little bit further than I thought we were going to. So let me bring up this screen. There we are. Look at that. That is way closer than I thought we were ever going to get. That is insane. But still, even so, even if I could get all this, the only thing that's waiting for me is a trophy for all blueprints, which I just don't think I'm going to get, because I have to do these 2 missions, which one of them being Alantica is ridiculous. I might be able to barely grind out the end of the world, but still, the Alantica one, that's just anger-inducing, because you try to avoid one item, it gravitates towards you, and it ruins your entire run, and you got to take the longest route, and there's like 7 sections to go through, almost as much as the warp to Hollow Bastion. Is that ridiculous? And I'm not a fan. And I mean, you can't even get all the achievements for all difficulties. You have to beat it on every difficulty on the PS3 version. Not true for PS4, but even still, you have to do a speed run as well as not change your equipment at all, which is probably better on Proud or Critical mode, because you get bonus items already equipped here. So, but yes, I think I'm going to leave it on this screen for now, and I'll say in the next episode, guys, I think it is time to go back to the end of the world and face Anson, the Secret Darkness, bring peace to the world, and stop him from reaching Kingdom Hearts. See you guys then for the finale of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix.